Hey, how's it going? Today is day 80 of my 100-day inspiration challenge. And today I want to talk about inspiration. And before I get into it, I want to share my day with you. So I woke up early because I had a couple fitness classes to teach. And then I came home and I did a workout myself. And then I said, we've got Bailey's in the fridge. We've got coffee in the cabinet. I might like a Bailey's and coffee this morning. That sounds kind of good. And so I allowed myself to have a Bailey's and coffee, which normally I wouldn't allow myself to do that because it is a weekday and I've got goals to achieve and that might take my attention and my focus away. But I said, I'm open to it. I'm going to try it. And I love Bailey's and coffee. So I had some and I had about, maybe half of it. And then I remembered that one of the goals that I wanted to achieve was to send an email for my business. And instantly I felt inspiration. I didn't even have to think about what I wanted to say or the message that I wanted to convey in this email. And so I sent that email and I was feeling great. And then I got a notification from the library that some of the library books that I put on hold were available. And so I decided, I've got these things that I could be doing, but I'm going to go to the library and I'm going to go pick up these books because I have a habit of neglecting small, simple things like that. And then it will come to the last moment and then I'll feel rushed and stressed. So I was like, I'm just going to do it now and help out my future self. And so I went to the library and it is a beautiful day here today. And after the library, I was like, I'm just going to keep exploring. And then there was a little store that has different homemade gifts and different pictures. They're very popular right now, those stores that have like different table linens, or not table linens, but oven linens, and different types of cards and candles and jewelry, and one of those different gift shops. And I was like, I'm going to go in that gift shop. And so I did. And originally, again, I was like, well, I've got things to do, but I guess I'll allow myself to. And before I made that decision, I said, I'm going to slow down and I'm going to enjoy this day because, again, I have another bad habit that is rushing through life and rushing through the moments and missing the moments because I am just focused on getting to the next thing. And so I said, okay, I am going to park down the street. I'm going to allow myself to have a beautiful walk because it's a beautiful day and that is something that'll make me happy. And then I'll also be able to go to the store, see if I can get any Christmas gifts or anything like that. And so there was one store and it was really amazing. There were like 3 of these types of stores actually, all within a block. So I went into all of them and I just browsed and I looked at the different things and I laughed at a lot of things. And I think one of the things that was so interesting and so cool that happened was I felt so inspired by all of the art and all of the creativity that other people had made. The different things that other people had made, it inspired me. And I got to really enjoy that moment. And then my creative juices were flowing and I was like, man, I really like that, but I would do it differently. Or I think that I could make this in a way that would make it even more cool. And it was just really interesting because that wasn't something that I was anticipating. And so I left feeling really inspired. And then on my way home, again, I'm going super slow and not rushing, going against my natural habit and not rushing. And I just realized how happy I was. And I saw other people that were rushing and other people that were honking their horns. They were in a hurry to get to who knows where. And I just thought, man, that is my normal life. And people that are rushing, I think there is a correlation between rushing and unhappiness. And so I kind of decided there is something to this, going a little bit slower and enjoying the moment. And so I let myself enjoy the moment and I felt so happy and just so grateful to take in all of these different people and experiences. And another thing that I saw was I noticed, particularly in the area that I was, there were a lot of homeless people. And so that got me thinking about winter is coming up and it's going to be cold, and obviously COVID is going on, so not as many places are open. So I started thinking about how I can help and how I can contribute. And again, those creative juices were flowing and inspiration was flowing. And the thing that I realized was it all came because I allowed myself to go on an adventure. I allowed myself to put my work on hold so that I could live my life, so that I could take action and go outside and enjoy the moments and enjoy the present and enjoy what is in front of me in the moment. I think that so many of us, we get stuck in our goals and our jobs and what we have to do. And yes, it is important to have all of those things, and I have those things as well. But it is also so important to get outside and live your life and enjoy life, because that's how you grow. That's how you get inspired. That's how creativity flows through you. And so I think it's just so important to change your routine, especially if you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling unfulfilled, if you are feeling angry or upset. That to me is an indicator that you need to go out and live your life. And if you aren't comfortable going outside, then you can still take actions in other ways. You can sign up for an online dance class or sign up for an online cooking class and get inspired through the motion. A couple weeks ago, I did a video about how inspiration comes from action. And yes, I believe that that is so true. And it's not just action toward our goals. It is just action in general. It is just getting outside and getting out of your routine and your rut of working and living your life. We will be so much more fulfilled, so much more rich, and have so much more depth if we get out of our cubicle or out of our office and devote time to live your life and experience different moments with other people, and not just other people, but other things. Take things in and don't worry about what you have next. Don't worry about the to-do list, because it is so important to make yourself and your inspiration a priority. Because what I realized in all of this was I was rushing, and I allowed myself to stop rushing. And by doing that, I allowed myself to be slow. And therefore, I allowed myself to be open, to take it all in. And therefore, I allowed myself to see things in a different way. And I allowed myself to be happy and in the present moment. And from that, I allowed myself to be inspired. And also, I just want to say that trying different things and taking action to get out of the house and experience life, or even having Baileys and coffee when you don't normally do that, testing things, that is how you learn about yourself. That is how you learn, okay, I like doing this thing. I don't like doing this thing. Or doing this every day, this really works and I get really inspired and I feel really happy when I do this. Or, okay, maybe Baileys and coffee isn't the best thing to do every day, but you have to try different things to learn more about who you are, so that you can know what you love, what you dislike, what you want to change, and what works best for you. Because ultimately, there is no one size fits all. We're all different, but we have to find out who we are. And in order to do that, we have to take actions, and we have to step into life. We have to be an active participant in our life. We have to be we have to rescue ourselves from the grind. Like I said, the grind is important at times, but it cannot be your only focus. Living your life is so much more important, and you will find so much inspiration, so much creativity, which will make you a better person. It will make you a better friend, a better mother, a better lover, a better business person, you'll have different ideas that are coming to you because you are in a state of flow. So do what you need to do and give yourself a break. Have some fun. Enjoy the moment. Get outside. Try new things. Whatever you do, keep showing up for yourself, because regardless of where you are, there is nowhere that you can go but up. If you would like to dive deeper with me, you can head over to my website, showuptogoup.com. I'll see you tomorrow.